to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys illustration on how to cut a high-low pattern, high-low skirt, high-low dress. Just even if you want to attach it to the cuff of your sleeve and make it high-low like the one on the picture at the moment, you can use that pattern. I'm going to show you guys how to cut anything high-low circle without using a lot of fabric or wasting your fabric, because you remember normally when people cut high-low, what they normally do is you measure the circumference of where you want to round wherever you want to attach it, be it at the cuff of your sleeve like the one on the picture, or be it like the waist of your skirt, anywhere you want to attach it. People normally just measure around that particular place and then you divide it by 6.28, right? That's what they normally do. And then you take your fabric that is square in shape, your fabric that is like this, and then you fold it once, and then you fold it again, and then you come down to one edge. Whatever you get, let's say you divide the circle and then you divide it by 6.28, and let's say you get like 2, or let's say for the purpose of this now you get like 1 inch. What people normally do is like they come to this edge here, right? You come to this edge first, put in your circle, your 1 inch, the first measurement you got after dividing whatever round measurement by 6.28, and then you put in the length you're working with, right? So let's say my length I'm working with, I'm just going to use the full length of this here. Let's say that's going to be like 4. Then I put in 4 from this angle here, and then you cut it out, right? I'm just showing you the way that people normally cut high-low. So they normally just cut out this circle and then you cut out the waist part. So at this moment now you have your circle skirt, right? You have your circle skirt, and then they normally go ahead and then from the front, let's say they want this part to be the front. What they normally do is they cut out halfway through, right? They reduce the front part, and then this way they now have their high-low. So when you open this up now, let me open this up. When you open this up now, you see you have your high-low. The one in front is shorter and the one at the back is higher. So this is one way they make high-low. But doing that, imagine you're making this in a bigger fabric. You've wasted this much of fabric that you're going to cut out from the front part, right? So I'm going to show you guys a way to do this and still save a lot of fabric. So we're going to do for this first method I'm showing you guys is you fold your fabric into 2, right? And then you're going to go ahead and fold it again. And then you're going to calculate the measurement you need. For this method, you're going to cut out your circle first. Calculate the measurements that you need. So I'm going to make sure that my measurement is going to fit in here. So I'm going to just go around and cut out 7. So let's say that 7 is going to be the round measurement of this my circle here. So I'm going to go around and measure 7 all the way through. So guys, now that I've marked this here, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. After cutting it now, you see you have your full circle, right? You have your full circle, round circle here. What you're going to do, if you fold it this way and cut open halfway through here, like how you normally do now, like if you fold this here and cut here, you have a normal round circle, right? But what you're going to do is instead of folding it, you're going to reduce 1. So you're going to bring up 1 and 1 is going to be longer. So the one at the back is the back of the skirts, and then the one in front is going to be the front, if that makes sense. So remember, we're making a high-low skirt, which is the front is normally shorter, the back is longer. So instead of when you have your circle, right, you folded your fabric, you've cut out your full circle. Instead of normally how you open your circle at the top part here to get a full length for the whole round of the skirt, what you do is you just leave your circle open and then reduce it and bring up that opening that you normally mark at the center. You bring up that opening. You bring it up here. So you move your fabric and then bring up that opening. So now that I've brought this part up here, I want this to be the back. I want the shorter one to be the front. I'm just going to fold it this way. And then I'm going to go ahead and now put in my waist measurement. So let's say your circumference here, you've divided it by 6.28 and you got, let's say, about 1 inch. Let's keep on using the 1 inch that we spoke about. You're now going to mark it here, 1 inch all the way from that point, and then you're going to curve it. So now you're going to open this up and you have your high-low skirt. So you see, if this is going to be for my sleeve now, I have something that is high-low. So you see, the front is shorter, and then I have my waist here. If you guys can see it better. So if I pull it this way, you see one is higher and then one is lower. So this is one method of doing it. This can be at the cuff of a sleeve. So let's say this is at the cuff of my sleeve now. If you're looking at it, the one at the back here is higher and then the one in front is shorter, you see? So that's basically how you do this high-low. And if you want a different color inside of it, you put a different color inside of this. Now what you have to do is just cut that second color you want to use, turn this thing around this way, cut it exactly like this, and then use 1/2 inch to join it all the way around and then flip it inside out. You understand? And then when you flip it inside out, you iron out the edges. That way now you have this color. It's almost like a lining. Now you have that color on the inside. Instead of having this pattern inside, you have that new color that you turned around, and then that way you have your high-low. So this is basically how you do this. So now we're moving on to the second method. So guys, now the second method I want to show you guys, all you have to do is you're going to take your fabric, right? You normally take your fabric this way, fold it, and then fold it this way, right? So what you're going to do now is you're going to take that square fabric you want to use, you're going to fold it, right? And then after folding it, you're going to fold it again. But this time around, when you're folding it, you're going to make one shorter than the other one, right? You're going to make one shorter. So this shorter one is going to be my front, and then the longer one is going to be my back. How you're going to start putting in your measurement, this angle is where you're going to put in your circle. So let's say that the circle I'm working with here is going to be, let's say I'm going to move it up a little bit more. So let's say the circle I'm going to be working with is about okay, I'm going to first mark my 1 inch, right? Let me first put in my 1 inch. So 1 inch all the way around here, and then move that 1 inch. Remember, the reason I'm using this 1 inch here is just like an example. The circumference divided by 6.28. So I'm trying to use mine that after dividing mine, I got 1. That's why I keep referring to 1. I'm just trying to say that when I divided mine, I got 1 inch after that. So you're going to have marked in that 1 inch. Whatever you get, if it's 16, 20, whatever that is round yours, put that in here. And then you're going to take your tape again and put in the front measurement. So let's say I want the front of my pattern to be 6 inches. I'm going to put 4 inches. So distance from after where I've put in my waistline or whatever, because this here is going to be your waistline or cuff, wherever you're putting this in. So it's going to be that, and then you're going to go ahead and put in your length that you need. So let's say I need my length for the front to be 4 inches, right? And then you're going to put back your tape again and put the length for the back. So let's say I want the back to be about 10 inches, right? I'm going to mark that in here. But remember, this is going to be the side. So this straight line here is the front and the back, the center. But this here is going to be the side. So I'm going to just take this here, and then I'm going to move my tape, whatever I got. So I got 4 inches here. I'm going to just take that here and keep marking it all the way around. Also, measure what you want your side to be. So it depends on you. Let's say you want the front to be about 4 inches, and then you want the side to be 5 inches, and then the back is going to extend to 10 inches. So you see, it's going to blend in. So the front, you have something higher, you're increasing it. So you said here you want here to be 4 inches, then you brought it down to this level here. You want this one to be 5 inches, right? This is the waist of your skirt. You want, this is the front of your skirt, right? You want the front to be 4 inches, then you brought down the side to be 5 inches, and then you want the back of the skirt to extend down to 10 inches. That's basically what I'm trying to explain here. So you see, so whatever you want the side to be, the side has to be longer than the front, remember, because it's going to curve this way, right? Remember, it's going to curve this way. So whatever you want the side to be, just do that. So I'm going to do my 4, 5, and then the back is going to be 10. So you're going to connect that to that part. So this is my side here. Connect it to that part. And then you're going to take the one from the front, you're going to just extend it also to the back. So you're going to extend it all the way to that back side. You can make it a sharp curve. You can just angle it like a sharp curve. If you want the back to be like a tail, right? Like that peplum that you normally see, you're going to see the peplum I'll insert now. They normally make it like a tail, or sometimes they move it around. The tail will be at one side, and then there's a curve of circle going towards the other side. You can do that also. that's the method you use for that. So you're going to curve this here. So now we are going to go ahead and cut it out so you guys can see. So first I'm going to start with cutting out this circle, the waist. So the waist is out. We are going to go ahead and cut the first flap, which is our high, the front panel, right? Cut that out. So guys, I've cut that out. So now I'm going to move over to the back one and cut that out. So you see, so I've cut that out. So you see, now we have our, so you see what I have here. I've cut out the longer one. I have the shorter one in front. So what you have to do is just open it up now, and you see, this is what it looks like. You see, this is your high low. If you pull it down this way, you have your girder. So I'm trying to show you guys. You see, this is what it looks like, if you can see. So this is a high low. Sometimes you see that peplum, like I'm going to insert it on the screen now. It looks something like this. There's this high side going on to the side, and then it curves away to the body. Let's say this is the person's body here, right? This is the person's body, right? And then you have this curving towards this side, and then there's this angle towards this side. This is also, what I'm trying to say is sometimes they don't make high low to come like always at the back. Sometimes they have the high coming to the side, the lower part coming to the side, and then they shorten it towards this direction. I'm just going to insert the picture so you guys can see what I'm trying to explain. So that's basically it for this second method. You can choose anyone that works for you. It doesn't matter. You can choose. There's also a sleeve that looks like this too. There's also a sleeve cuff that I'm going to insert that one so you'll see it. So it basically depends on you how you want to cut it. This here can save you a lot of fabric too. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section. I'll come back and try to reply you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.